What up, y'all? Freightliner Coronado. I don't have much time to film this video, so let me just get right into it. So, I'm having an issue with my air conditioner. It's kicking out freon from the air compressor. I've had the whole system changed out, except the only thing I haven't put new on my air conditioning system is the evaporator core. So, you see I had to take the whole dash apart. And also, just let me say that while I'm in here, I decided to go ahead and change out the heater core as well, because it makes no sense to go through all of this work, pull all of this apart when, because the issue could be coming from the heater core as well, because I've had fog coming out of my AC vents, and all the research I've done has said that when you see fog coming out of your AC vents, it's actually nothing to do with your AC. It's actually coming from your heater core. Hey, I'm not an expert. That's just what I've been finding. So I said, everything on my air conditioning system is new. Only thing I haven't changed is the evaporator core. So I'm just gonna go ahead and change it out. This is the AC system evaporator core, and this is the heater core. Okay, so I'm changing that out. So I'm sorry, y'all. This is such a labor-intense job that I really can't film every little itty bitty aspect of it. So just if you have a Freightliner, Coronado, Century, Columbia, it's pretty much going to be the same. So figure out how to take your dashboard apart. But this is a job you could do yourself. So that's your heater core right there. This is your AC evaporator core. And again, I'm sorry I'm not doing an in-depth job of showing you how I did it. This is the air filter, that big air filter that sits right here. I had to take that off to get back here. And let me show you. This is how it all looks. So right here, that's the heater core. So basically the heater core comes through here. The lines come through here, and then they hook up to these coolant lines right here. These are coolant lines. All right. So basically you come back here. Once you get this off, it's a little screw right there that holds this in. You take your clamps off of the coolant line, and then you just push. You push on these two pipes that are sitting here. You push those back, and that helps push the heater core out. Now, I haven't started on the AC evaporator core yet, but I'm gonna get to that in a minute. But I've already had the AC system drained of the freon. I took it to a shop this morning. They took all of the freon out. So I've had that done, and so once I'm done with the heater core, I'm gonna go ahead and change out the AC evaporator core as well. So I hope this helps to some degree. I am going to film a little bit more of this process, but this is a real labor intense job, and I really don't have the time to be filming. But I'm just showing y'all what I can, in hopes that it'll help somebody. All right, so it's a Series 60 Detroit. All right, and yeah, this is a glider kit. So now I have a shut-off valve for the coolant. These coolant lines that run to the heater core. I have a shut-off valve, and that helps tremendously. And even with the shut-off valve, I still lost. You can see down there. You see, I still lost a little bit of coolant. That's fine. I ain't worrying about that. But I just lost a little bit. So if you got a shut-off valve, that'll help tremendously. If not, you might end up losing all of your coolant when you take those lines off. So if you don't have a shut-off valve, I recommend just go ahead and drain all of the coolant out of your system before you try to take this heater core off. All right. So that's all I got for now, and I'll be back with y'all in a few minutes. All right, so I'm back, y'all. Like I told y'all, this is a big job, man. It's about 2 hours later now. Here's the heater core. I finally got it back in there. Had some issues with one screw. Of course, that's how it always is. And here's the AC evaporator core. I'm putting that one back in. I took the old one out. Didn't seem to be any problems with it, but I guess you can't always tell by looking. Well, I guess if you look at it from a certain angle, it does look like there was something going on, some leaks or something, but the valves on them look the same. And it was kind of dirty, which was to be expected, but it's not that bad. My truck, the body has just over 1 million miles on it now. Got a new engine, of course, but so I don't think this has ever been changed, so I guess this doesn't look that bad for over 1 million miles. But that's that. So I'm gonna get back to putting the new evaporator core in, and I'll come back to y'all and let y'all know if this fixed my problem. All right, y'all. So I got my dash back together. You see, I put it all back together. So the heater core and the evaporator core have been installed. I have gone ahead and had the system recharged. There's the AC compressor right there. Here are the AC lines running down to here. And guess what, y'all? My system is finally working the way that it needs to be working. So if you're having problems with your AC compressor, I was kicking out freon at the back of my AC compressor right there. And I kept losing freon, and there was a vibration noise that was coming from this area right before the freon would kick out. So there was some type of blockage in here. Now I know it was the evaporator core that was blocked up, but it would just make a vibrating noise right here in this area. It's right up on the firewall. And I spent over $2,500 taking it to different diesel shops, and everybody was just stomped, and they just couldn't figure out the issue. I even had a mobile mechanic come out, and he was like, I don't know, I've never seen this before. And through me researching on Google and YouTube, it just kept coming back to the evaporator core. And so I said, well, let me just go ahead, change the evaporator core. And while I was in there, I was like, while I'm in here, I may as well go ahead and change the heater core, because it's such a big job. And it's sad that in this day and time, you know, it took me, a person who is not a mechanic, to figure the problem out. Like I said, I spent over $2,500 trying to get this problem fixed. You know, put a new condenser on up here in the front, new condenser, new compressor, new dryer. I had the lines, I had them all blown out. So I know the lines didn't have any restrictions in the lines themselves. And, you know, all of the mechanics were just like, you know, they would take my money and then tell me, man, I don't know what's wrong, you know. So truck owners out there, it pays dividends to learn what you can. And thanks to everybody on YouTube that has ever put up a video regarding evaporator cores and heater cores, because that ended up being my answer, you know. But I had to do it myself. You know, I was like, after I had spent so much money, I said, you know what, I'm not paying these mechanics another dime. I'll figure this problem out myself, and I did. So again, y'all, learn what you can about your trucks. Try to do what you can yourself, because a lot of these mechanics, see, look, now I got water dripping from the valve the way that it should. Can see it. Where is it? But before I wasn't even getting any water dripping down. You know, from that little port where the water drips out from the AC system. I mean, that was even, and so that was another clue to me that it has something to do with my evaporator core. But nonetheless, the problem is fixed now, and I hope this helps somebody. If you're just trying to hunt down a problem with your AC system and you just can't figure out what it is, don't forget about your evaporator core. And believe it or not, your heater core has something to do with your AC as well. So I know that seems odd, and you may not think about it, and I didn't know that until somebody told me that. You know, especially when your AC system may start blowing out that white fog, that fog-looking smoke. That's actually has something to do with your heater core and nothing, not your AC system. So, just keep that in mind. So anyways, y'all, I'm glad I finally got this problem fixed. My AC is finally working the way it's supposed to work. I appreciate y'all for watching, and I hope this helps somebody. I'm out. Peace.